Manta rays are great.
That's a cool looking animal.
Manta rays, stingrays.
Yeah.
Anything that can kill Steve Irwin, I'm all for. That's the thing is, I've swum with stingrays and I've never felt in danger. And Steve Irwin, he wrestles like crocodiles and sharks and shit.
Yeah.
And then like there's been 2 recorded cases of stingrays actually killing people. And it's Steve Irwin. Now the thing with Steve Irwin is they have footage of him being killed by the stingray. But they say they will never release it because it's disrespectful, blah, blah, blah. They'll never release it for one reason and one reason alone. Because he wasn't gently patting the fucking stingray. He was fucking with it and going, look at this fucking stinger. There's stinger. And then grabbing it by the tail and the thing kicked back and fucking shot through his heart. I'm not saying that Steve Irwin deserves to die, but I understand why he did.
But I got to ask you this because being Australian, you guys have the box jellyfish.
Yeah.
That is the scariest shit I've ever heard of.
Oh, you Americans are such pussies. We also have big fucking spiders and snakes and shit like that.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you a
the
story.
box jellyfish is... Tell them what the box jellyfish is.
It's a big jellyfish.
Yeah,
It's a
but
jellyfish that it's very deadly and
It's
got
a-
a neurotoxin. It'll kill you almost like immediately. If
But
you
you,
get into
but
a
you
patch
don't.
of them, so.
If you just touch
die
it.
from the poison.
I mean,
you die for if you touch it, it's extremely painful.
It's
and you die
shaped
because-
like a box, and
Well, yeah.
everyone knows that one
That's
of the
the
most
fun part.
annoying thing in life is moving, and that involves box. And it's just it's so fucking upsetting.
all your shit's in
It
it.
just reminds you of all the times you moved.
Yeah.
All
And
your
then-
baggage comes
and then
out.
eventually you kill yourself. We also have a snake called the brown snake, which is one of the ugliest of all the snakes. And I have a story. It's more sort of it's indigenous to Sydney for the most part. Same with funnel web spiders. When I was a kid, we had a cat, and that's my whole story. No, when I was a kid, we had a cat, and I woke up. I used to keep my bedroom window open so the cat could get in and out of the house. And we had this cat that brought in a brown snake and just dropped it on the end of my bed. The most poisonous snake in the world. And I just sat there, and the fear that rushed through me seeing this snake, and the cat was like, look at what I've fucking done. Are you
alive?
impressed?
Jesus.
Oh, yeah, it's alive. Like the snake's hissing at the cat, and the cat's like, fucking nailed it, right? And so I want to scream, but I can't scream because I'm just like, ah, ah, ah. And eventually I sort of get, Dad. And then my dad comes in like, what's the fucking problem, blah, blah, blah. And he comes in, he sees the brown snake, and he's like, oh, fucking hell, just stay under the cover. My dad goes out and gets a shovel and just smacks the snake over her head a bit. Then he scoops it up and he goes, go back to bed. And I went back to sleep. Then in the morning, I wake up and I see my brothers. And I'm like, oh, there was a snake on the end of my bed. And then Dad came in with a shovel and he fucking smacked the cunt, right? I didn't say cunt because I was about 8. Cunt hadn't really gotten into my vocabulary as much as it has now.
Till like
But,
9.
Yeah, till like 9. Yeah, in Australia. We hadn't learnt that at school. It wasn't part of the curriculum that. So anyway, so my dad goes, and my brother's like, bullshit. And then my dad goes, oh yeah? He goes, I left it in a dustpan on the balcony. And we went out to the dustpan to see this dead snake, and it was curled up asleep. And then my brother touched it, and it fucking hissed and fucking spat at us, and it ran off.
Yo!
Well, that sounds way more white trash than anything I've ever done in my whole life, just so you know.